and welcome to Nana Yoga. My name is Nanako. I'm a yoga teacher living in Myoko, Japan. We're about a month away from the season starting. It's November 2018, and for all you stiff skiers out there who are complete beginners of yoga, this video is for you. So 7 yoga poses for skiers who are particularly stiff. Okay, let's begin. So let's begin. Standing up on your mat. You don't actually even need a mat in this sequence. However, you will need a wall, just a plain wall, just around here should be free, and a block. And if you don't have a block, you can always use a towel and just fold it up teeny weeny because you're going to squeeze it in between your thighs. So, okay, so we're going to begin in our first of the 7 poses for stiff skiers. So you're going to begin with your feet hip width apart. So, you know, not massive and not little, just hip width. Dig those toes in, feel those feet on the ground on your yoga mat. You're going to put the hips square, so you're nice and straight. And then you're going to tuck the pelvis in, so butt is sticking in, nice strong stomach, shoulders open, hands by your side, and you're going to look forward. So the first pose is mountain pose, Tadasana. I love this pose because living in the mountains and customers and clients coming to the mountains, it's just such a fun pose to do. Anyway, so looking forward, smiling or not, and just looking forward. So you want to do about 5 breaths here. So 1, so squeezing the thighs. You can squeeze those knees a little bit. So you're really feeling this pose. You're not just not doing anything. You're just squeezing the body, keeping a little bit of balance, nice and straight. 1 more final breath, breathing in through the nose and out. Very good. Okay, so number 2, you will need the block. So with this block, again, you're in the same pose, feet hip width apart. And then, so pose number 2, so you want to have the block squeezing in between your thighs. When you're squeezing it, you want to really put those thighs together, squeezing. And then you'll feel, especially if you've been skiing all day, you'll probably be getting a bit of like hip pain, depending on which hip joint, but that will nicely align the hips again, nice and straight. So then you're going to open the arms up, open the shoulders, and this is where you would also put the towel, if you've got a towel or cushion, something to squeeze in between. So you want to make it a little thicker, so you squeeze it in between, and you open those hands, shoulders, and you're squeezing for dear life. And you're going to breathe here again for 5 breaths. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out. So this is really great pose, just to realign those hips. You know, your hips do a lot for you, and those knees too. So it's just nice to tighten and strengthen that area. Give it a little stretch and a little tender love and care. So final breath here, breathing in through the nose. And breathing out. Very good. Okay, so you're going to leave the towel. I'm going to get this block in there again. In there. So you're going to keep squeezing. You're still in the Tadasana mountain pose. But this time, you're going to squeeze your arms behind you. If you can't reach, you can always reach for your elbows. But hands behind you. You're going to open those shoulders, looking forward. And you're going to squeeze your arms down. So you still squeeze, a lot of squeezing going on. So you've got your feet, your knees, your thighs, your chest is open, your hands are squeezing together. You're going to do about 3 more deep breaths here. So in through the nose and out. 2 more breaths. That's a bug. Okay, hands by your side. You're going to put that aside. Okay, very good. So back into your mountain pose. So legs hip width apart, gently squeezing those feet down into the ground. Hands by your side, and then you're going to breathe in, bring the hands up towards the sky. Reach the right hand onto the left wrist. Hopefully you can see this and it's in the video. If not, I'm going to bend down so you can see. Actually, you can bend them down if your knees are like super sore. So you can bend down just so you can see my wrist. So breathing in, hands up towards the sky, right hand to the left wrist. You're going to squeeze to the right. as you breathe out. And then you breathe in back to center, changing those hands. So left wrist on the right wrist, and then breathing in nice and tall, and breathing out, squeezing to the left. So I'm just gonna bend down so you can see my arms. This is really nice side stretch here. Breathing in back to center, and then hands by your side. Awesome. So next one, you're gonna need the wall. So I'm gonna use this one for this pose. So you're gonna squeeze your hand onto the wall, kind of a little lower than your shoulder. And you're gonna bring the right foot up, squeeze the knees together, bring them down, looking forward. And 5 breaths here. So you're gonna really feel it in the thigh. So if this is way too much on your knee, you can always use the towel. Make a sort of, not tourniquet, but like a strap. And you essentially wrap around your foot, balance yourself onto the wall with the left hand, and squeeze that leg up. So it doesn't have to be that close to your thigh, it's more about getting that feeling of the stretch. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't matter how it looks as long as it's not painful. Okay, so final breath in this one, as you've been holding this while I've been babbling on. And then the other side. So everything we do on one side, we always do on the other. You don't want to have an unbalancedly stretched body. You might have a far more efficient body in the morning when your back's on the snow. So 3 more deep breaths here. Final deep breath. Brilliant. Okay, so bring your foot down. So next one is, you're going to need that wall again. And essentially what you're doing is kind of bringing your hands a little higher than your hips onto the wall. So you've got to kind of do a sort of length check. So I'm saying about here for me, and what you want to do essentially is bring your feet back and then squeeze your arms down, and your shoulders kind of, chest are pointing down towards the floor. Your head can be sort of relaxed, you know, slightly looking up. Hopefully you've got no neck pain, and you're going to be really pushing on those hands and those feet to stretch that back. And what's also lovely about this pose is that your hips should be stacked, so not up or down, they should be nice and straight. So it's a nice sort of straightening out your body and lengthening out your back. So 3 more breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out. 2 more breaths. And on your next breath in, you're going to sort of lightly come up, and then you're going to bring your bum down onto the mat. So I'm going to use this wall, hopefully you can see. So what we're going to do is bring your butt slightly closer to the wall. I'm going to bring, so this is sort of the pose we'll be doing, so you want to be pressing that left knee up. So we'll start with the left knee. You're going to bringing the butt a little bit closer to the wall. You're going to be bringing yourself back. Oh my God, I'm being blinded by the light. So right foot on the left knee, and then here I'm a little further apart, but it depends on your range of motion here. So you can bring yourself closer, and then what you're going to do is squeeze. So it's kind of a pigeon pose, but using the wall. So you're kind of pressing that right knee to the right, away from you, towards the wall. And then you're going to bring your hands, if you can, behind your thigh. And if this is, way too easy for you, you can always bring that left thigh in towards your chest. So you're bringing that left thigh in towards your chest, but you're squeezing that right knee out towards the wall. So 3 more breaths here. One more breath. And as you inhale, undo those legs, and you're going to do this on the other side. So right foot pressing against the wall, sort of on a right angle, and the left foot is going to go on your right knee. And then what you're going to do here is squeeze that left knee towards the wall, away from you, from your face even. And then you're going to bring your hands underneath the right thigh, and then here you're going to slightly press with those fingertips to sort of bring your upper body down towards your thigh, your right thigh, and then that left knee towards the wall. And obviously if this is, you're not really feeling anything here, you should be feeling it in that glute area and opening those hips. So right leg in towards your chest, that's kind of the motion. So 2 more breaths here, so 1, 2, next breath in, undo those legs, straighten yourself up, and that's it. So that's your 7 yoga poses for complete beginners to yoga for skiers. I hope you like this. Please subscribe and like, and any comments and suggestions, please don't hesitate. And also follow me on Instagram, nano.yoga. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. ありがとうございました。